Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico. My co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Chris, Flash Gordon.
Every time they said his name, I heard the musical cue.
Yeah. I mean, music performed, produced, everything. Queen, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Did you like that one piano melody that just kept
going? We just, half the movie is just dun 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 dun. I'm like, when are you gonna say Flash? When are you gonna say Flash? Took like 5 minutes that one time.
Yeah. You know, the most disappointing part of this was never got to see him play football.
He kind of played football.
Well, yeah.
Played football a little bit, but I wanted to see him play for the Jets, right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
He could have won the trophy, gone back to Earth, and won the Super Bowl, and they'd be like, "How difficult was this for you?" Well, not as difficult as saving the planet, but
yeah. Imagine you got to play against Flash Gordon in the Super Bowl, and he just saved the entire planet last week.
That's what we needed, was a sequel where it starts out with that, and then, hey Flash, we need you again.
Fly back to your kingdom. You may see me sooner than you think.
Lying bitch.
We get this amazing computer screen of the Earth just dealing with earthquakes and all this stuff because somebody's pushing buttons above.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's Emperor Ming.
Yeah.
I love the hot hail, which lasted 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was really quick.
Everything else is devastating, but hot hail, 3 seconds.
I feel like that should be a clue to actually anyone that it's not natural. It'd be like, hey, that's impossible.
Well, you know the difference was the others were stock footage and hot hail was not.
I guess so.
Everybody pick up that rice again, we gotta throw it.
Yeah.
Flash is at an airport.
Mm-hmm.
He runs into a travel agent, Dale.
Yeah.
And they take a flight, and then suddenly, he's pretty famous.
Yeah.
Pilot gets an autograph for his kid.
Yeah, the pilots get sucked out of the airplane window, apparently.
Yeah, he's just explaining, I'm taking flying lessons. Turbulence is nothing, and then, outside the window, the clouds start going purple and pink.
Oh, hey, Armageddon.
Yeah. It's like, I take it back. We're not fine.
Yeah.
And you hear a big crash or whatever, and then, the pilots are gone. There's something, impacted the window, but then sucked them out.
Whatever.
Didn't suck out Dale and Flash when they got in those chairs.
Yeah.
What the hell?
My God, where are the pilots?
My trolley's going. Grab that wheel. Help me pull her up.
You see Professor Zarkov and his assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And Zarkov is like, check the alignments of the moon.
Yeah, the angular alignment or whatever.
Yeah, that's a line I want to use just randomly all the time. His assistant's like, yeah, things are off by a lot. He's like, this is the time. We're going to space. Get in there. And it's like,
get in the space thing.
No, I'm not going. It's like, now you're going. Pulls the gun on him. It's like, still no. Rather be shot than go into space.
Yeah.
Then Flash crashes into his building.
Perfect.
Just randomly.
It's fine. It's just so on brand for this kind of movie that I don't even care. When this kind of shit happens in, one of the new Star Wars movies, I'm like, this is shit and I hate it. But when it happens in Flash Gordon, I'm like, this is shit and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you're back!
Yeah, he's like, get out of the plane, it could explode.
It
didn't explode.
No,
No.
it didn't.
There was no. It's like, let's hurry, let's get. And then it's just like, casually get out of the plane. Zarkov tricks him by saying there's a telephone inside his rocket ship.
Yeah.
Works every time. Better than candy.
Better than candy.
And then they get in, and he gets in a little scuffle with Flash.
Yeah.
Headbutts his button that closes the door and fires the rocket ship off.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Make sure you press the don't die button with your feet.
yeah, step on
Or
those
you'll
red
die.
pedals. And then they all pass out.
Yeah.
Then
Why do you even have a don't die button? Why isn't your rocket ship just always in don't die mode? Why does that need to be a button?
You know, he built that on his own.
You don't understand his genius.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a disgraced scientist.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant man. They wake up on Ming's city planet.
Mm-hmm.
They went through a wormhole.
I guess.
Sort of.
Yeah, some kind of wormhole
Yeah.
thing.
There was a lot of planets in that sky.
Yeah, there's a lot of planets around Earth, apparently.
Well, I mean,
they're just kind of hanging
there's
out.
a bunch in space, Chris.
They're just all hanging out right there.
We just got a good visual of them all at once.
Yeah, it was metaphor,
you know,
man.
It's closer. They're closer than you think.
I guess so.
You know, NASA doesn't want us.
Zarkov's right. NASA is full of shit.
Yeah, no, they don't want us to think we can just jump to another planet and live there.
Okay.
That's what it's all about. They get arrested. We quickly see Lizard Man. They got
eyes in their
controls just
mouths.
like, stop, Lizard Man. And he's like, and then he gets shot and disintegrated.
Yeah, and then we just loudly talk about how we're armed and we're gonna shoot the Emperor.
Yeah, Zarkov's just like, yes, well, I still got my gun in my pocket. And then the thing's just like, gun in pocket, and accelerates that.
Yeah.
Disintegrates. And then they meet the Emperor.
Yeah.
And his Skeletor-esque masked friend.
Yeah, this whole thing was so much chaotica from like Tom Paris's holodeck program on Voyager. Yeah, and I've never seen Flash Gordon before, so now I realize that they were aping Flash Gordon super hard for all of those episodes. Yeah. Just like, he has the same helmet, man.
Yeah, I'd go back and watch the 30s version, but I don't think it'd be as fun.
Probably not.
Hold, Lizard Man. Escape is impossible. Surrender.
Did they have cheese back then?
I think it just all was cheese back then.
Yeah, but like, cause this...
Not intentional.
Yeah.
Was this intentional?
Some of it must have been.
They decide, like, they're gonna take Dale because Ming pulls his ring at her and she gets all aroused by it. Everybody's standing there watching this in the throne room. There's all these different like cultures there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, have you ever seen somebody react like that? No, I have not. Yeah. I want it. She reacts better than my daughter. What?
There was a bit of that.
There was.
We didn't really dive into it, but it was just kind of there.
Yeah, when she tells Dale later, the princess, she's just like, yeah, my daddy drinks a power potion before he makes love. That's what we're calling it today,
That's what we're calling it.
They decide they're gonna arrest Flash and Zarkov, and then Flash gets a football.
Gets a football, and he gets to play football.
Gets a green little egg,
yeah.
And then people just keep tossing it to him. And then you get the leader of the Hawkmen who just keeps knocking people out randomly when no one's looking.
He was great. He was my favorite character.
He was over the top and fun.
Oh, just huge Gimli kind of energy of him, and completely chewing the scenery. He understood what kind of movie this was. And he was absolutely there for it.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of tackles from Flash. That's not what a quarterback does.
No, it's not.
He did a bunch of things a quarterback doesn't generally do. But then, I didn't watch football in the 80s, so I don't know. Maybe they were all-around players.
Maybe quarterbacks did that, yeah.
Definitely could rush, but I don't think they'd tackle.
41! 42! Go! 43!
Go, Flash, go! Go, Flash, go!
They decide they're going to execute Flash.
Yeah.
And the princess tells Timothy Dalton, who I fucking love, she's just like, oh, go back to your planet, I'll meet you there. And then she kisses him and he's like, lying bitch.
That was great.
It was.
That was actually a fantastic line. And like, oh god, so much of this movie, especially involving the princess, was like porn tier dialogue. And
I didn't catch that at all.
No? Okay.
Setting up my clip right now.
So much of this was rough.
Your left hand controls direction. Right does the altitude. And use your fingers too this time.
And that was I'm not joking, that was actually good. Like, that really caught me off guard. And it actually characterizes him and the princess really well at the same time. Like, that was good writing. And I had a good laugh. That was a good line.
The Emperor does mention to the princess, he's like, oh, I heard you took the doctor to your little pleasure moon or whatever. Which makes sense because later we reveal that the doctor is working for her and saves Flash after he gets gassed.
Yes.
And they all think he's dead and he just revives her, him. And then they're down in the funeral place and she says like, hey, porn talk. I brought you back because I like you.
Yeah. moon full of other himbos.
Because I like you. She said that a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a pleasure moon. Never took me to the pleasure moon. Another thing I really noticed with her was the same thing I got from Buck Rogers. Tight spandex is my thing, apparently. Yeah, it is my weakness, my kryptonite.
Is this era the right era for you?
Yes.
That's why we're watching a bunch of 70s, 80s shit.
I think we gotta go back to the 80s, Chris, and find my wife.
Okay.
Where am I?
Back from the dead. I've saved you.
My God! How?
By magic, of course. With a kiss, because I like you.
She takes them, they fly off. We're seeing Zarkov get tortured and his mind getting wiped.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of visual backstory of Zarkov.
Yeah.
He was alive when Hitler was around.
Yeah, he was like fleeing persecution in Germany or whatever.
Yeah, he had a wife where there was a party and it looked like everybody was having fun and then they tossed her into the pool and then the next thing he was sad because she drowned.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, what's up with that? He's got a backstory and we just never engaged with it.
yeah. I was just like, Instead of wiping his mind, which I love the Skeletor guy's telling his evil in-like chick, he's just like, hey, level 3, the human mind probably can't handle more than that. She's like, level 6 now that he's gone?
Yeah. Fuck that guy, he doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
But don't fill him with anything above level 3. I doubt if the human mind could take it.
I understand. Continue to level 6.
Level 6?
I gave you an order.
Zarkov's like, oh, I thought about the Beatles and all this other stuff, and they couldn't wipe my mind. I'm like, that's probably not how it works.
Yeah, he just got the beat going, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wing.
It's because I remember that. That is why I did not lose all my memories.
Yeah.
You know, some things work differently on other things, like the ring. Flash, he gets taken to Timothy Dalton's rainforest world.
Yeah.
Where we see a traditional thing, which sounded like it was something else.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
This sounded like initiation by Snoo Snoo, and I was totally, because this was like the planet, the sexy planet that the lady's taking him to, so I'm like, wow, is this actually just her slave planet of himbos? Is that what? No,
that's
it's
Timothy
the
Dalton's
rainforest planet.
planet.
Okay.
Yeah, Dagobah.
Yeah.
The kid puts his arm inside and this weird little thing just stabs him and he's like, ah! He's like, I don't want to go mad. He's like, don't worry, kid. I'll kill you before it happens.
Yeah. Got him.
Yep. She tells Timothy Dalton to watch Flash for her. Mm-hmm. Which, I don't know if I mentioned this, but who named your kid Flash? That's pretty bold.
Yeah.
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 What if he's slow?
Oh, yeah.
Can't run fast.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's
screwed.
Maybe it's short for something.
Maybe it's just a joke. Yeah, you get there, Flash. Always late, that kid. He does not want to watch her, and she's just like, well, you can't kill him. If you do, I will not sleep with you anymore. Damn, she knows his kryptonite.
You can't say that every time.
and then his best buddy or whatever is just like, I don't know why you married her. I can think of a few reasons.
Yeah.
One, she's the princess of the emperor. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna have
pretty sure
benefits.
if you say no, you get executed.
Yeah. But it's gonna have its benefits. And two, her.
Yeah.
Every time she talks to me, it just gets me in the mood. Why? Because it's porn dialogue.
Because I've been conditioned.
I'll come back from the grave. I knew you were up to something, though I confess I hadn't thought of necrophilia.
All I want you to do is keep him for me.
Take him, along with the rest of the hanging meat.
No, Barin. If you kill Flash, you'll never have me again.
So he throws Flash into a cage with one of the Hawkmen and a lizard guy again. I was like, I could have used one more lizard man in this movie.
They have eyes in their mouths.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I need a sequel. Go back in time and give me the sequel. Yeah. I don't want one today. Today would be terrible. Because think of all the effort they put into this movie.
One of the things that consistently blows me away with these films and shows from this era is the amount of effort that goes into sets and costuming. We do not see sets that are this loud, and we don't see costumes that are this loud anymore. And it's all just CGI, and it's so much more muted and restrained and serious. And this is just out there being fucking ridiculous. Like, that's the tone we're going for. And it baffles me that we can put that much effort into it. And we can have all this shit going on in the scenes and the costuming. Like, there's so many different, like, races and groups of people that you see in the background that we don't even talk about in the text of the film, but they're there and it's consistent. And then you have porn tier dialogue and just garbage. Everything else is just garbage. And I don't know why that's such a consistent thing among so many shows of this era.
Yeah. I really liked earlier in the throne room when the guy's just like, I don't have anything to give you as tribute, but my loyalties. Like, we value that, so fall on your sword.
Mm-hmm. You kind of had to see that coming.
Yeah. Flash has to escape, but he can't until Timothy Dalton's like, hey, I'm going to send a guy down there, and then he's going to help Flash escape. And Flash was like, yeah, way to spit at those guys, that dirty mud water they got in your mouth. He says like, hey, well, I stole his key. Let's get out of here. And only 2 of them leave.
Yeah.
What about the other guys?
Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
Fine.
See, the one guy
went the other way.
The one guy was gonna drown anyways.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Flash. I'm finished. No, you're not. Get up. Must be my lucky day. You scared?
Go up to the weapons chamber. Oh, it's a trap.
Oh man, now we gotta stick our hand in the log.
Yeah,
whatever.
Timothy Dalton's like, hey, we're gonna do this game I play, which I will change the rules on.
Dagobah roulette.
Yeah, putting your hand in, hope it doesn't get stung. Mm-hmm. It's a manly game.
Yeah.
End it now. Tricked you, Barin! Back off!
Helps him and then runs off.
Yeah, bye, idiot.
And then he falls into quicksand, muddy quicksand, manages to pull himself out, lies down, gets eaten by some weird humping monster that's just like, you know, not hurting him, but humping him for sure.
And then the prince saves him so he can kill him.
Yeah, well, he saves him so that he can kill him, but then he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because the Hawk people show up and take them both prisoner. When they were flying there and Aurora's giving them flying lessons, and just like, oh, I'm going to telepathically call Timothy Dalton and tell him we're on our way. And he's like, oh, I want to do telepath. And then like he contacted Dale and she's like, I thought you were dead.
Stay where you stay.
Oh my God, this girl's really turning me on.
I didn't quite get that. Think it again.
Forget I thought it. It wasn't about you. Over.
What?
People's planet, I guess.
They were calling them planets, but they all just seem to be floating cities in the same general area.
Well, you know, they didn't know what team up meant. What are these foreign words? We don't have sports in space.
That's why Flash can do this. That's why he's a quarterback, because like we need to. Part of his character is that he's a team player.
Yeah. Well, not all quarterbacks, Chris. Not all quarterbacks. There's some selfish ones out there.
Guess so.
So they have to do battle on the coolest fucking thing ever. It's a circular platform that tilts by remote and has spikes that come out.
So I really want to know more about this platform because that looked legitimately extremely dangerous to film on. Because you know that was an actual platform with shit coming out of it that was actually being... Like was that just really soft rubber? And they just did a good job of making it not look like that.
I assume it has to be rubber, because if it was plastic, that could still stab you.
Yeah. I want to know more about this, because I'm just like, man, I would not do that. There is no way I'm being paid enough in this film.
Take my hand! Come on! You've won! Let him go! Come on.
The Flash saves him.
Yeah.
Teaches him teamwork.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, I'll follow you wherever you go, Flash. And he's like, Zoltan, let's team up and let's take them out. And he's like, no, we gotta go. And then Ming shows up. Actually, his right hand shows up first. Flash kills him.
Yeah, throws him on the spikes.
Yeah, we see the spikes work. And then he like melts.
Yeah.
His fucking eyeballs come on.
Yeah, both him and his general lady or whatever were both made of goo.
Him, it made sense. Her, she had a human form the whole time we saw.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
So that was odd.
She's made
But
goo.
whatever, you know. I don't know enough
Some
about
people
these
are
planets.
made of
guess.
You don't know.
And maybe had they given me a series to watch, I would learn more about their cultures.
I guess you got to
and
go read the
planets.
comics.
Yeah, I didn't doubt that they're venturing into that.
You tortured Aura.
An interesting girl. I think she found it rather enjoyable.
Klytus.
Ming shows up and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm taking you guys prisoners back for execution. And he's like, Flash, I should kill you, but I'm gonna offer you a planet. You could rule Earth. They're gonna be like slaves basically to you by the time all this earthquake shit's done. And yeah, I'd rather have you on my side. Flash was like, no, you're evil, I'm not doing it. Like, it's not a bad deal, bro.
Yeah. I mean, you can just say yes and then stab him later.
Yeah. But, I guess, our character is morally incorruptible. So he stays on the planet. Ming blasts it a lot.
Because I've never before met your like. You're a hero. Don't you see that? Who better than you to rule a kingdom? Your moon is drifting very close now. Earth's end might come within hours.
And then they blew up the model. It was sad to see.
No, the poor little model.
He did manage to slide down a escape slide and find a Stairmaster rocket.
Yeah, he's got a little Stairmaster.
Flash.
Master, I was surprised he didn't have to
Sorry, Claudia Black. You've gone down.
I was surprised he didn't have to pedal on the thing to make it go.
Yeah. He calls Hawkman and he says like, hey, I'm still alive. And he's like, thanks for a second chance. So I guess that was the agreement that they're going to work together.
Yeah.
They fly into the Emperor's city and he's having his wedding. They trick the big ship to go after them, and then the Hawk people take it out.
Yeah.
They jump and they have a big battle on it. That was pretty fun. Again, you got to see like all this sets, all this work, all these like, troopers just going in, grabbing guns, going out, blasting at each other.
There's so much going on even in the background. Like they're running by these like the armory, and there's just dozens of spears and swords there, and you can see like people had to make those.
Yeah. Even the bridge has an upper bridge that Flash had to throw a grenade up to later.
Yeah.
The fire's too heavy. You know we'll never make that opening with nobody at the wheel.
Now, come on, you'll be blown to pieces, Flash. It's suicide.
No, a rational transaction. One life for billions.
Come on.
The city has defenses and they're just shooting at it.
The lightning shield.
Princess manages to free Timothy Dalton and Zarkov.
Tell me more about this man, Houdini. This is it, Zarkov. At least it'll be over quickly.
Kill Evelyn, turn her into goo, take down the shield. He's like, points his gun, take down this shield. No, shield goes down.
Good enough.
I love it when he grabs the Gatling gun, and then it's just like, fuck you, Stan, that's holding the Gatling gun. Like, wasn't in your way.
No, it was great. Like he was running around there, shooting the dudes. He's shooting the doors to open the door, and sometimes he's shooting the door to lock the door. And it does whatever you need it to do.
Yeah.
Just shoot the door, and the good thing will happen.
Yeah. To me, that was like an improv acting thing where it's just like, kick the stand too. Yeah, he paused and then there's like, kick the stand too, and they're like, yeah, we're keeping that. That's going in the movie.
Good.
Flash and Hawkman are just hanging out. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna be the last ones, and then we'll bail at the last minute. And Flash is like, they shot all our guiding systems down, so I'm gonna have to steal at the wheel, And then he requotes Zarkov earlier. He's just
it's a logical transaction or whatever. Yeah, needs the many.
Yeah, where'd they get that from? He flies in. He crashes in. He kills Ming at the end of the thing.
Runs him
right through him.
Runs him through.
Ming's got green blood. Slides off. Flash comes out, grabs the giant sword. He's gonna kill Ming, and Ming's like, "No, got my ring, but I'm getting sleepy."
Turns out he needed that blood.
Yeah, and less holes in him.
Yes.
he collapses and disintegrates into his ring. The wedding was going good. I mean, they changed the princess's outfit, which, like, when did she have time for that? The vows were just like, do not space her until you're ready to. Love her until you don't want to. She is your bride of the hour. Everybody gets there, and then Flash just jumps at the camera like this. And then we get the music and throne room, and Hawkman becomes a general because Timothy Dalton is now king because he's, marrying the princess. And he's just like, we're going to strive towards peace, everybody, but you're our general of the armies. Anybody who doesn't want peace, we kill them.
Yes. Who doesn't want peace is getting the hawk.
Yeah. And Flash is just like, I don't know how to get back. We could try. And yeah. I like Dale's little comment. She's just like, I'm from New York. I like a bit louder, quieter place. And this place is
too quiet for me. And
the
then
end.
the ending. Holy shit. I've never seen that played straight before.
Oh, yeah, the question mark.
I've only ever seen that as a joke.
Yeah.
And they actually gave me the end question mark.
Well, somebody...
Beautiful. The cherry on top
had to
of the
know that
whole
this
thing.
was cheese that was writing it. But I think, like, playing it serious is what you gotta do. Like, because you get the ultimate... Like, anytime when you watch a cheesy B movie, like Zombiever or something stupid like that, and it's just like, if you know you're being cheesy, then it's just like, guys, this is terrible. If you're trying to play it straight, but you give little subtle winks, it's glorious.
Much better.
Yeah.
We'll find a way. Grab an image of one of those agents.
I like Daniel Jackson because he like always plays it serious, but he knows.
He knows this is stupid.
Yeah. Final thought here.
Final
Chris.
thought. Tons of fun. This is the kind of movie I think we're more comfortable reviewing, or at least I'm more comfortable reviewing. My biggest takeaway.
No Academy Award, maybe special effects.
My biggest takeaway after having done several films and shows of this era is what we talked about earlier, just the enormous disparity between costuming and sets and every other aspect of the movie. And it's baffling and it's wonderful, and I miss some of those elements in modern filmmaking.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a bit more expensive to build all your stuff, but it is far worth it for you, the visuals, and for the actors to have something tactile to work with.
Yes.
You throw them in front of a green screen, you get what you get. You put on like Rebel Moon, for example, pretty background. I know it's fake.
Yeah.
And I know the actors know it's fake by their performance.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm sorry, like, I'm plowing the field with this gorgeous fucking background, like, I'm looking at the background a little bit and just going, wow, like, that's fucking cool if it was real.
Cut off!
Looking forward to watching this a second time. I was pretty impressed with it the first time. This is fun. This is a fun movie. Great soundtrack. Dun, 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 for 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.
Long live Flash! You've saved your Earth. Have a nice day. Yeah!